sit down here on the chair. I don't know what you can see, but you can see. Here we have our new, improved, running on rails, nuts and bolts, 3D printer. I'm going to have to tighten that up, but that is a very solid base now for the glass bed. The glass bed is going to sit on top here, and then this is going to move backwards and forwards exactly like the G-Tech printer, same functions and designs and movements, but bigger. Now I've made this 600mm across here, so we've got to put a, I don't know if you can see that either. We'll just, where is this thing? Oh, there it is. See, if you see up there, that's 600mm across there, right? And these are the up and down, which are 500mm. I think it gives us like something like 300mm from there to there. Where's my tape measure? That's the from there to there. That's 300mm. So that's from the top of the plate, the bed, to the middle of that rail. So it'll be under 200mm by a little bit. Whatever distance this is here, that will be the problem. Just a minute, we're going to look, see. Yes, we're recording. We're going to look, see how it's going to go. But this is the new business. Now I'm going to put motors on here. I'm printing motor mounts as I speak, and they're going to be the same as the other ones. There's a motor under here, underneath the table there, with a pulley that just got undone. I'll get it back on. It's a little bit fiddly, but it doesn't matter. It moves the table backwards and forwards, and I've got to have new mounts for the belt, which will come out here and sit about this height here. That belt is going to be one single belt, and this is going to be two, on this side, two double belts. So yeah, I don't know if it's the table or me, but everything looks like it's out of skew, but when I measure things, it's okay. Now I got my let's put that over there. I got my controller, my ramps controller, and this is going to go on top of there, so we'll put that on top of there right now to keep it out of the way. Now this is the new and improved bed, and you'll see that the springs are here, that the base, let's throw the wires out the back there, the base goes on there just ever so nicely. So that's the size of our bed. Imagine how much more bed we can get. So let's see. That's well, we're going to get 270 for sure. Making more room on this thing is easy. Just extend these rails, extend this, extend that, use all the same parts. Just make it bigger. It's wonderful. But anyway, on the bottom under here is two of these. I think you can see that. That's a runner, and we just undo them, that one and that one, and the runner comes down on the top there, and it sits dead level. There you go. But it's not really dead level, it's just sitting on the bed, and that's how that goes, like that. So the bed, the side runners, we're losing, every time I look I'm losing distance somehow with the measurements of things, because these here are 500mm, but they're also 200mm below the table. If you get the tape and measure it down to the ground there, from there, see that's 180, 170mm from the centre of the rail down to base, so we're losing a lot of length. I need to have these up in the air. I don't know if you can see there, those runners. Let's have a look, see. Let's wind it down. Down, 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 down. And you should be able to see that runner there, underneath, right there. And it is, it needs distance underneath it so as it can run along the tracks, see? So we're just using a hardware store bolts, all thread. This is all thread here. Just using that, cutting it to length. I've got a set of bolt cutters, chopping them up, and that makes everything work in a simple way, you know. So from here down, there's all thread going from the top there. I don't know if you can see that. Well, let's change of position. From the top there down to the bottom, it's bolted tight. And here's a different type of one, but it's ever so similar. The bolt goes through the centre, and the square bar goes, a square tube goes inside there, and then it's just bolted tight each end. And if the tube's cut square, it'll end up square, because this is square because I cut it on my chop saw, my wood saw, with a vise that is square to the axis of the blade. So yeah, that's that. Anyway, whew, we're doing pretty good. I've put buck converters on the power, so it gives it 5 and 12 volts. None of this 18 volts. It says on that transformer there, it says 12 volts, but it's giving out 18. So somebody mucked up. It's got a fuse on it. I don't think that'll ever blow because we're way below the power required. Anyhow, there's a motor under there. It has a belt. It's going to sit here and on the other end. And I'm going to have to put some angles on this bed because this piece of plywood has a little bow in it. Although these are pretty well in line with the rail runners, so I don't think it's going to make that much difference. Actually, I think that needs to go over that way, but it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter at all. We've got our end stops ready. We've got our wiring done, and then I had to pull it apart for rebuilding it. But the ramps controller and the Arduino are all set up with the smart controller display. Had it all running really well. I ran it from the PC with Octoprint, and everything just went fine. So all it is now is a matter of just getting all the motors and all the little bits and pieces, the stops, the belt mounts, etc., all set up so we can just plug it in and run it. I'm so happy with it. It's pretty damn good, but it's not. See, we've moved that down there, but it's not the prettiest thing. Although it's got nice colours, green and black. Oh, there's the orange. I have orange. I need to get a few different colours to make other things out of, because colours make the machine. I will be putting a cross brace across the top here for a little bit of extra strength, because it doesn't move that much, but it does move a little bit side to side, and I expect the motor to be jamming, like come to a stop and rock the thing. Like, the ones inside rock around like anything, especially when they're going zzz, 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 the whole machine is shaking. So I expect this to be doing the same thing, hey? Now anyway, not to worry. That goes up and that goes down. And that goes forward and back. And then we're going to have another one to go crossways here. The two motors will hold that level, and I'm going to have that reduction, the pulley reduction with the motor set up. We'll just put that over there. The motor set up and a pulley on the bottom here. Where are you? You can't see that. There we go. We just bring that over here. Whoa, around the world, don't get dizzy. Oh, you're going around the world. Yeah. And we were going to have the motor set up on here, like the other one before, and have the pulley, down a little bit, have the pulley for the belt wrap around there and go up to the top, up there, and then back down to the motor, and that will run that up and down with a 2-to-1 reduction. So the motor will have twice as much strength for holding power for holding it in position. And I don't know how we're going to go, but I suppose there's got to be some way where I can have this level itself off, like have a stop on each side so it levels itself off to the bottom. Anyway, there we go. Well, I hope you like that, ladies and gentlemen, and cheers, catch you later.